Greetings, YouTube. Danny Staten here on the Daily Dan blog. You're looking at the Munsters, #1 from 1997. This is a very special comic book. It was only available at Comic-Con in San Diego in 1997. There were only a couple of thousand of these comic books made. I feel very lucky to have one. Does anybody remember the Munsters? Even better, let me give you a look at them bad boys. Hey YouTube, did you like that? That was a little look at the Munsters TV show back when the Munsters come on. I call the Munsters the good stuff, like my friend Dave, and we're doing the good stuff all this month. Now I promised there wouldn't be no monsters and vampires and stuff, but this don't really count as monsters and vampires because it's not the Munsters, it's the Munsters, and it's a comedy, and it's not horror. So this fits right in with the good stuff. Right, Dave? Dave, let me know in the comments below if this is the good stuff. Check this out, YouTube. I want to pop this bad boy open and show you the whole cover. It's looking great, ain't it? It shows the whole cast inside. And I'm going to spend a lot of time talking about this really cool cover that I wanted for my wall. And it's a great cover. It's one of the best covers I've ever seen. I love it. Too bad you have to pull the whole thing out to see all of them. But you have to take what you can get these days, I guess, with the Munsters. And I wish the inside of the book was as much the good stuff as the outside. And sad to say, YouTube, they take a colorful, great subject like the Munsters and made that motherfucker in black and white. And you know a black and white comic book pisses me off. But this was, oh my God, black and white. I'm sorry, YouTube. I had to spaz for a moment. I hate black and white. But look at here. The Munsters just heard about Comic-Con. Oh my God. So, in great, big, beautiful, full black and white panels, and may I say the art in this book's pretty good. I just don't like the way they draw Grandpa. He looks a little off, but they got that Lily Munster down right, didn't they? But they fucked up Grandpa pretty bad. He don't look right. And they heard about Comic-Con, so, let's go to Comic-Con. And the Munsters arrive at Comic-Con, start some shit, because they're the Munsters. People are tripping. They think they're in costume. Ha ha! So antical. But they're at Comic-Con. Wow. And that's what I get for buying a book made in 1997. I want the Munsters from the 1960s, and I get monsters from the modern day gone to Comic-Con. And the only good thing about this book is the cover. Even though the story's really interesting, where they go to Comic-Con, and I'm not even going to read along with this thing. That's right, YouTube. I'm just going to show you the full panels. You want to pause this sucker and try to read it through. It's just them going to Comic-Con and they're meeting some fake-ass monsters and some bullshit. It's a good little story if you want to blow your freaking brains out or something, I guess. Oh, my God. And swear to God, YouTube, this is how the good stuff comic ends right here with this little stuff right here. And the next little story, and I'm going to flip the page and show you what I'm talking about if I can get a hold of it right without damaging it, is I flip over the page, and you get this sneak preview for the Munsters #2, Marilyn's Manhattan Makeover. And why you want to throw a little preview in the Comic-Con book, drawn in the sketchiest art ever. I can't even see that messed up bullshit right there, boys and girls. Is that not horrible? What am I going to do to show you this when you barely can see it? Oh, my God. Anyway, YouTube, we're going to give Marilyn a makeover. Tell me, YouTube, can you even see these panels in this sketchy-ass light-drawn bullshit? I guess that's what a sneak preview, I take it in like this. We're going to go all around and talk to talking frogs and talking fish and what the fuck's going on here? Well, somebody on acid when they drawed this shit, wasn't they? Look at Grandpa still drawed like a freaking Halloween costume. That bugs the shit out of me. Hell, I have to look at it through the camera just to see it. I hope you can see it better than I can, YouTube. Oh my God. Prince Frog giving Marilyn a makeover? What the hell? A talking frog? Somebody kissed that sucker and turned him into a prince. But apparently, YouTube, it's just a penciled in little preview. I think this come out right before the Munsters 97 comic book release was issued. And it was like a preview thing for it. Give out at Comic-Con or sold at Comic-Con for a small price. But only a few of them were made, and that's what makes them really valuable and really cool. And the end of the book ends up with a stupid ass drawing. Look at that see-through shit she's wearing. That is kind of sexy and cool for a Munsters comic book, don't you think? Little kids might like that a little too much. And you get this Munsters Memories here in the end of the book, which is probably the second coolest thing besides the cover. Look at that great old cast picture. I'd like to have that autographed. The Munsters is one that eluded me. I have no autographs from none of these people. It really bothers me because I got autographs from everybody else, believe me. Oh my goodness. Anyway, this is what you get. This little Munsters Memories talking about what it was like back in the day and who played what parts and how cool they look compared to the way they looked in this crappy comic book. Yeah, I didn't like it too much. The art kind of left a lot to be desired. Of course, anytime a good color character like the Munsters is in black and white, it leaves a lot to be desired. But once again, the few dollars I paid for this book makes it worthwhile because it is a special edition from Comic-Con. And it's a #1. And it's an only one. And there's not another one like it too many. Only like 2,000 were made. And it's got this great full cover, original Munsters cover. And their cover makes it worthwhile. Well, YouTube, I'm sorry, I had to throw them end credits in there to give you a little look at the Munsters because the cover, the back page, and what I showed you with the little opening and closing credits was probably the best thing you saw in this video. I don't leave much for this book. The art on Grandpa really sucked. They did Lily and they did that girl pretty good. Herman was okay, but didn't appear but like 3 times in the whole comic. And I barely even saw this little fucker but once or twice. So they kind of throwed it together real quick, I think, just to make a buck. But it's cool. It's a good little preview, and I once again, love this cover. And this will be the way you see it on the wall right here. It's in mint condition. It hadn't been touched. I think I'm probably the first person ever to look at this damn thing. So let me end this video with a shout out to my good friend Dave Sunstorm, who does the good stuff. Dave, when you watch this video, please let me know in the comments below if the Munsters classify as the good stuff or horror scary stuff. Because I promised no horror scary stuff this month, and I was thinking the Munsters was the good stuff. I heard you talk about them once or twice there, Dave. So if that's the good stuff, right, Dave? Be sure to let me know in the comments below. And YouTube, if you think this is the good stuff, let me know in the comments below. So YouTube, that's going to wrap it up from the Daily Dan blog. This is #1, The Munsters from 1997. The special edition from Comic-Con, which makes it all the more rare and valuable. I love this book. Be sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell for Daily Dan and my friend Dave. Thanks for joining me and blog over.